A little mouse built his home underground, but just as he was sleeping soundly, rainwater suddenly started seeping in. Soon, the flood burst through the door, and the entire burrow was submerged. The little mouse was lifted by the rising water and carried up to the surface. Outside, the world had already turned into an ocean. The current swept him away, and he completely lost his sense of direction. He managed to grab onto a branch and save himself. Not long after, he saw a rabbit being swept away by the flood as well. The little mouse reached out and pulled the rabbit onto a piece of floating wood. Then he noticed a bird's nest drifting in the water. Without hesitation, he jumped in and held the nest above his head, making sure the baby birds wouldn't drown. But the water pushed him deeper and deeper, so he climbed into the nest himself. The parent bird grabbed a piece of wood to use as a paddle and started rowing the nest. Together, they drifted across the flooded fields until they saw a half-submerged house. In the corner of the house was a table. The little mouse placed the nest on it. To his surprise, there was a basket of eggs nearby. He grabbed a floating electric pot, cracked the eggs, lit a match, and cooked a meal using a candle. Soon, they were ready to eat. The little mouse fed the baby birds, one spoonful at a time. The smell of food attracted a black cat. Terrified, the little mouse quickly grabbed the baby birds and jumped onto a small stool. The black cat lunged, but missed. The little mouse used the stool as a little boat and slid out of the house. The flood continued to rise. He saw a dog trapped on a roof. Kind-heartedly, the little mouse unchained it and rescued the dog. They decided to escape together. The little mouse climbed onto the doghouse roof. Not long after, the current brought a table full of food. The dog jumped up and generously shared the feast with his new friends. Their little boat drifted to a big tree where they finally could rest. That night, the little mouse cuddled the baby birds and, under the dog's watchful eye, fell asleep peacefully.